How's it going, everybody? So real quick before this video begins, yes, I'm in a robe, and no, this is not the start of a porno. It's cold down here, and I have a shirt on from a podcast, and I don't know if I'm allowed to show that on camera without getting copyright striked. But I mean, are you kidding me right now? I look incredible. But when I have the hood on, dude, I look like something out of a fucking Assassin's Creed video game. Are you kidding me? Anyways, now that that nonsense is out of the way, let's get into the juicy bits of this video, which is Battlefield 6. The game came out not that long ago, and I just want to talk about it. So this video is going to be broken up into two different parts. The first part is going to be my review of the game, how I'm feeling about it. And the second part is going to be about the update, some things that I like, some things I didn't like, and then what I see them doing in the future and moving forward with Battlefield 6. So the first thing that is up is the review of the game, and so far, I'm loving it. I think it's great. I think it's a great game. Overall, I think I like the Battlefield gameplay better. I think it's a more realistic experience than like a Call of Duty, in my opinion. And again, I'm going to say that a lot in this video because, again, this is all my opinion. The game, to me, feels a little more slow paced, and it might be because I was coming off of an Apex kick there for a while. I was playing Apex with the boys, which is another video that might be coming up soon. But anyways, I was playing Apex, and Apex is a little more fast paced than a lot of the games that I'm used to playing. So naturally, this game feels a little slower, which is not a problem for me at all because I kind of like it. It makes it feel more realistic. It makes me feel like I have to think about my decisions before I do it in the game. That's not for everybody. I've seen most people just go balls deep towards either the objective or just running around fucking killing people. So I'm not saying you have to play the game slow paced. I'm saying if you do choose to play it slow paced, you can. The next point I wanted to make was the progression system. I like it personally. I've seen a lot of people on like Reddit and stuff say, oh, well, it just takes too long or it's too challenging. In my experience playing the game, I've been able to unlock things fairly quickly. And that's with me only having like a few hours a night to actually play the game. The progression system, to me, I like it. It is a little challenging at times, so I don't know. To me, the progression system is fine. Some people, they don't like it, and that's fine. Hey, how's it going? It's me from the future. So as I was editing this, I realized that there was a segment in there about challenges that somehow got lost. I have no idea where the footage went. I looked through my entire PC. I don't know what the hell I did. Just wanted to let you know why my hair is different, and, you know, I'm in different clothes and everything. So the challenges in Battlefield, one of the things that it bothers me about them is some of them just seem very far-fetched, or they just seem like they're just super grindy. Like there's one in there specifically that I remember for the support where you gotta like heal a teammate for like 5,000 damage or something like that, or health points or whatever the hell it is. The only way to get that is if you throw down a bag and your teammate gets healed by the bag, which doesn't seem like a big deal, right? Until you realize that you can only heal people for up to like what 150 health or something like that. So you literally just gotta throw a bag down every 5 seconds and hope that someone hovers over it and heals themselves on it. I don't know, to me that's ridiculous. There's a couple other ones too, like man, I can't remember them, but like this motherfucker, that are just it's a little crazy. Not the hugest fan of that, but at the same time, they are challenges, so I mean, they're supposed to be challenging, so I mean, guess you can't really complain, but I think it needs to be kind of balanced out a little bit, but that's just my opinion. And now if anybody ever sees this, I'm gonna get comments, well, this is probably coming from a COD player. He's probably a COD player and he just can't handle a challenge. And to you, I would say, so? Now look, I'm all for challenges. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just not for insanely ridiculous challenges. That is what pisses me off. It doesn't really even piss me off. It's just annoying. Everybody else is probably perfectly fine with it, but whatever. One thing kind of branching off of the progression system is the weapon camos. You can't have an FPS game without weapon camos, okay? Unless you're like Wolfenstein or something. The camo system and how you unlock them, I personally like them. If you were a fan of how you got weapon camos in like Modern Warfare 2, I would say is pretty comparable, then you'll like how you get camos in this game. Now, it is different in the fact that you have to play with different weapons and max out different weapons in order to get a camo. So let's say I want a camo for my M4 that I'm working on. Well, to get all those camos or a specific camo that you want, you have to go to another gun and max it out, which is kind of weird, but at the same time, I get it. It kind of forces you to try out new guns and try out new things. So to me personally, I like that. One of the other things I love about it is the combat in the game. There's so many different ways to play the game. Like, if you're thinking about it like broadly, there's so many different ways to play the game. You have 4 different classes to choose from. You have your assault, your support, your recon, and your engineer, which are 4 totally different things. The support, you're basically running around supporting, you know. You have the little ammo bag, you have the defibrillator to bring your guys back. Like, if you're playing the assault, you know, your main thing is capturing objectives and stuff. So you have like the adrenaline shot where you can run up and like hit an adrenaline shot, and it's supposed to make you run a little faster. And I think you capture like objectives and stuff a little quicker. And then you have your recon, which is pretty much like your sniper. And I haven't really played the recon too much yet, so I'm not really too familiar with what like special gadgets he has or she. And then the 4th one being the engineer. The engineer has the blowtorch. He can repair vehicles. He can also damage enemy vehicles with that. This is all stuff you guys already probably know. I'm just saying there are so many different ways to play the game that it feels like a different experience every time. Also, when you add in the element of like vehicles and stuff, you can fly fucking fighter jets in that fucking game. You can fly, I think they have 2 different kinds of helicopters. They have a transport helicopter and an attack helicopter, and then they have different kinds of tanks. They have armored fucking trucks. They have all kinds of shit in this game. So there's so many different ways to play it. It just feels like a new experience every time you jump into a game, to me personally anyways. I like it more than like a Call of Duty type where it's like it's just you, your gun, you go out and you kill as many people as possible, or you go do the objective, which nobody does in Call of Duty. One more thing I wanted to point out, outside of multiplayer, is the campaign. I thought that the campaign was fantastic. I liked the story. I thought the story was engaging. It's pretty typical story in my opinion. You know, you have your enemy, and then you have your plot twists, and you have, you know, go kill said enemy. So in that regard, it is kind of cliche, but at the same time, it was enough to keep me engaged. But I'm also a simple man to please, so it's not really saying much. Every level to me felt unique. There were certain things that stood out in each level that made it worthwhile to keep playing it, if that makes any sense. So in my personal opinion, I would go back and play that again. I thought it was pretty good, and honestly I might, because there are challenges associated with the campaign, which is kind of cool. Now let's move on to some of the things I don't like, or things that annoy me. Keep in mind I am playing on my Xbox Series S, so things might be a little different for you than for me, because I know a lot of people are playing this on like PC right now. I've seen a shit ton of PC players on this game. But the first thing is the UI. The user interface and like the main menu for me has been super buggy. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just like a me thing, or I don't know if other people have had this problem, but like whenever I'm going to like search through like challenges, or if I'm going to search through just like the different modes and stuff, it feels like it's like sometimes I'll go to like hover over something and it'll just keep going, or I'll like stop on something and it'll like go the other way, or like it just seems like it has to like takes a minute to like pick up what I'm doing, if that makes any sense. But it's been like a small problem that I've had. It's still usable and you can still play the game perfectly fine. And again, that could just be on me. It could just be that I have some kind of setting or something set that just takes a shit on the UI. I don't really know, but it's just something that I've noticed. Another gripe that I have is the maps. I feel like the maps are a little bit small for a Battlefield game. Now, put this in the back of your fucking thinking brain here. I have only played like a few Battlefield games. I think I played Hardline, which campaign was great in my opinion. Multiplayer straight fucking cheeks. And then I played a little bit of Battlefield 4. So those are kind of what I'm comparing it to, staying in the Battlefield area, kind of. But to me, I feel like the maps are a little small. One example that I can point out is Iberian Offensive. That map to me is super fucking small for modes like Escalation or Conquest. Like, it just seems way too compact. Shit ton of other maps that I can't think off the top of my small little pea-sized brain. To me, it just feels like everything is like more closed quarters, which makes everything play a little faster, which in some cases I like, but most of the time it just feels a little unrealistic. And I get it, it's a video game, I get it. They gotta keep people engaged, in the game, and they gotta, you know, make it interesting throughout the entire match. I understand that completely, but at the same time, if you're selling me a large-scale battle game, I expect larger scale maps to fit that criteria. But at the same time, that's just a personal preference of mine. I prefer bigger maps in Battlefield games because I like the around on a bigger map and not feel like I'm crowded by 30 fucking enemies in one little area. My final gripe with this game doesn't even have anything to do with the game itself. It has to do with the player base. Feels like to me that there is a large number of people who don't know how to play objective-based games. To those people, I just want to say, read the game mode. In Conquest, your objective is to capture the points on the map, not to sit in the back of the map and expect enemies to run to you. That is not how that game mode is played. Please, play the objective, sir. I'm asking nicely. Another problem that I've had is people not playing their roles. If you're a goddamn medic and you run past 6 guys that are downed and there are no enemies shooting at you, they're in the clear, they just need picked up, why the hell are you running right past them? Get your fucking defibrillator out and you shock those motherfuckers back to life. Don't you fucking run away from me and leave us here in the dirt while you fucking just stomp on our fucking foreheads. Also, if you're playing an assault class, go to the objective, sir. Sit on that bitch. And then if the support is doing his job, if you go down, the support can come over, bring you fucking back to life. Anyways, that's not the game's fault. That's not the developer's fault. That is a player problem. And it's not all the time. I've been in plenty of matches also where people are very serious about their jobs. I've had medics come flying in from across the map to come help me. So I'm not saying that's everybody. I'm just saying, in my opinion, there is a shit ton of people that do that. Alright, now for the second part of this video, I wanted to talk about the new update a little bit. First thing we're going to talk about is the Battle Pass. Before I even get into this, I don't personally mind a Battle Pass. I don't really care either way. My biggest gripe with it is thrown in your face every time you open up the damn game. It feels like a fucking mobile game at this point, because I jump into the game and it's like, play our new mode. Play our new mode right now. Why aren't you buying skins? Why aren't you going to the store and buying skins? Do you hate us? Are you sure you don't want to buy skins? Are you sure you don't want to play the new Battle Royale mode? Are you sure you don't want It's annoying to me. I don't like it. If I want to buy skins, I'll go to the tab that says store and I'll go buy your damn skins. If I want to play the Battle Royale mode, I will scroll down to game modes and I will pick the Battle Royale mode. I don't need you to pop up in my face every time I open the game with 60 fucking ads about it, alright? That's just a small little problem that I have about Battle Pass and Battle Royale mode in general. In all seriousness, I already knew that a Battle Pass was coming to the game. It's nothing new. I mean, every game has a Battle Pass now, from racing games to fucking... I haven't played Minecraft in a while, but I'm sure Minecraft has a fucking Battle Pass of its own somewhere out there. I mean, every game is doing it now. There's no point in bitching about it, you know? If you want it, get it. If you don't get it. One more thing before we move on. The Pro thing being like $25, or the Pro Pass like being $25, I think that is just absurd. Sorry about that, I started coughing uncontrollably for a second there, so my eyes are watering. Anyways, the only thing extra that you get is like a few more cosmetic things and something along the lines of being able to host your own server up to 100 players. I don't know, if you're looking to start servers and play the game that way, then I guess, yeah, sure, go for the pro plan, but I don't know. I think $25 is a little steep. That's just me. Some people are probably gonna be like, oh, you're just poor, you can't afford it. You're damn right I'm poor, and you're damn right I can't afford that. That's ridiculous. The second thing that got introduced with the new update was a Battle Royale mode. Now, they had talked about this Battle Royale mode for months, it seemed like, and I played it for, I don't know, a couple hours really. I think the biggest problem for it is it kind of feels like you're playing Warzone. I mean, hate me all you want, come at me all you want, it feels like Warzone to me. But if you like Battle Royale modes, or you like Battle Royale games, then it is 100% worth it, I think. I mean, it's pretty good. I think the map sizing for it is done extremely well. I don't think it's too big, so you're not going to be running around for 20 minutes before you run into somebody to fucking obliterate. But it's also small enough to where it feels like you're still running into people pretty consistently, which I think is a really good balance to have when you're doing a Battle Royale mode. Another difference from any other Battle Royale game that I've ever played anyways, is that the ring that is closing in on you is a fire ring, and if you touch it, you immediately die. No second chances, you're fucked, you're gone. Your team is leaving you behind because your body is going to be engulfed in flames. Now, I personally love that because I can't tell you how many times I've gotten pissed off in other Battle Royale games because I'm running away from this circle, desperate for my fucking life, and then some asshole pops out of the circle from behind me as I'm running. You'll get where I'm going with this. I'm running away from the circle. I'm fucking going. I'm booking it. I turn around. There's a guy shooting me from inside the fucking circle. And if you turn around to shoot him, guess what, pal? You're stuck in the circle too, and you're fucked. And half the time, their aim is way better than yours. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably just a skill issue. But anyways, I like that personally. I think that's a pretty cool feature. It's different from any other Battle Royale game, like Fortnite or Apex or Warzone, where it's slowly taking your health away. No, this one, you touch the fire, you're a fucking goner. Get out of the fucking game, loser. Stay in the fucking circle. Alright, now that we've talked about RedSec, we've talked about the Battle Pass, I think the one other thing that I can think of that was newer, that was bigger, that was introduced in this update is the store. Now, we all knew that the store was coming. Whenever you have a Battle Pass, you gotta add in extra skins that you gotta pay extra money for, right? Of course. I've seen some people on Reddit specifically talking about, well, they added in this store, now there's gonna be it's just a matter of time before fucking pixie dust skins come in. I don't think that's gonna happen, in my opinion. And this kind of leads us into the topic of, what do I think the future holds for Battlefield 6? I think they're gonna stick with the formula that they have now. Hear me out. They are competing against Call of Duty. That's their biggest competitor right now. So I don't think they're going to copy the formula that got a lot of people pissed off about Call of Duty and put it into their game. I don't think they're going to do that. Now, I don't work there. I don't know what master plans they have cooked up over at fucking EA, DICE, whatever. They took a large player base from Call of Duty to their game. So why in the hell would they piss off the people that they took from that game by putting in all these dumbass skins? You know what I mean? Overall, I don't think EA is going to do that because it wouldn't look good. Like, they stole a bunch of players from Call of Duty that were tired of the overdramatic skins and everything else. I don't think they would do that. I think they're going to stick with the formula that they have now, which is the boots on the ground, you know, realistic FPS shooter. I think that's what they're aiming for, and I think they did a pretty good job on it with this Battlefield. And I think they'll continue to do that as the game runs its course. EA could change in the future and just be like, you know what, we're gonna be just like COD and we're just gonna add in stupid ass skins, and then I'm gonna feel like a fucking idiot for defending them. But as it stands right now, I think that's the path they're gonna stick with. I think they're gonna stick with the formula they got, and I think they're gonna do as much as they possibly can to stay away from the overdramatic skins and dumbass cosmetics. Real quick, I'm just gonna add this in here because I just thought about it while I was talking about all the other things. I don't know how to word this. How do I word this? I don't necessarily like a store in a video game, right? Like, I get that, you know, the company has to make money, but in my opinion, if you make a good game, you should be able to make a fairly good amount of money off of that game by just people purchasing the game. And then if you want to add a battle pass, then add a battle pass. Why do you have to go the extra mile of, you know, adding a store? I don't know. I don't personally like it. Again, some people will disagree with me on that, and I also see where companies are coming from with adding stores to their games. It's essentially a good way to make more money. So I understand it, but I don't like it personally. I would rather play the game, complete challenges, or, you know, reach a certain XP threshold or some bullshit like that, and earn the skins or cosmetics that way rather than just go to the store and buy them. Because to me, it feels better knowing that for example, there's a challenge that I need to get 10,000 kills for this fucking badass skin and weapon charm. Well, it feels a lot better knowing that I got those 10,000 kills and that skin and that weapon charm rather than going to the store and just buying it outright and just having it. For me, I like that kind of stuff. I get for some people that's not their cup of tea because some people don't have time to do challenges. They just would rather go to the store and buy it. It's just completely fine. Me personally, that's what I would prefer, but I'm just a fucking guy that bitching on the internet about things that I like and don't like about games. I think that's pretty much gonna do it for this video. I would also love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions down in the comments section. So if you made it this far, go ahead and go down to the comments, tell me how you feel. Let me know if I'm being a complete idiot or if you agree. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. All right, this is just kind of the end of the video here. all the Battlefield stuff is all out of the way now. So if you're just here for the Battlefield review and updates and all that crap, that's over with. If you want to hear some channel updates, that's what I'm going to go over right now. For one, I'm going to give a little bit of an explanation as to why I haven't posted in like 4 or 5 months now. The biggest problem that I was having was like it wasn't aligning with my schedule very well, but I've got some schedule issues fixed, so I'm pretty much good to continue the grind. From here on out, I'm expecting to be able to produce more, so I should be able to post a video once a week and then have maybe like 3 shorts or something like that in between. That's the goal for now. Moving forward, I think I'm gonna do different kinds of content as well. So at first I was like, I'm gonna stick to strictly gaming. That's all I'm gonna do is just gaming. It's fun, don't get me wrong, because I love gaming and I love sharing my experiences with people, but at the same time, I like to talk, if you couldn't tell. So I wanted to do some of these like talking videos too, where I just talk about games or just talk about like, I don't know, real world things that are going on or crazy things that I've seen on the internet and that I just wanted to talk to you guys about. So I'll probably end up doing a little more of that in the future. Another thing is I want to try to start streaming sometimes. Maybe just stream me playing some games, or just stream just like a talking video and just have some people come in and talk. I thought about doing that maybe once a month for now, just to kind of ease into it a little bit and so I don't overdo myself and get burnt out or anything. So that's also something that I was planning on doing in the future. One other thing I was thinking about was I do a lot of fishing now, so I was thinking about maybe doing some fishing videos too, just kind of throwing those in there. I know some people don't really give a damn, but I just figured it'd be kind of fun for me personally to do, because I do this for fun essentially. I don't know, I enjoy making videos and shit like that. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. This video is probably well long enough, so I just wanted to give you guys some updates on what's going to be happening in the future and as to why I haven't been posting recently. Anyways, I think that's all I had, so peace.